Now, when it comes to setting up our tool here so we can do whatever operation we're gonna do, we would have to understand how this system works. So we have inside of the quill here the female of a mating part that's gonna go with either a collet or any tool that already that's going to go straight on the quill there. So so we understand how this works. We have a drawbar right up here, and this drawbar, let me remove the drawbar here so we can see. As you can see, the drawbar that goes all the way to the head has a threaded end on the bottom. So whenever we have a tool that has threads on the back, see, there's this hole with threads here. This tool also has threads on the back. We would be able to screw this in. So this goes all the way to the head, the drawbar. This screws into this threaded end, and then as we thread it in, it's gonna pull this guy into the quill, and then inside of the quill here, we have a perfect mating part for this area here. Okay. So then, as soon as we pull it enough, we're gonna have enough friction that it's gonna hold. Okay. So that's how it works. So some tools, they have this threaded end on the top. Some tools, like end mills, they don't have it. So with these, we would have to use a tool holder. So whenever we're choosing a tool holder, we would have to choose a tool holder that the tool or the end mill is gonna go flush in there, right? So why? Why does it have to go flush? Because when we pull the collet in, when you pull the collet in, this area here is actually gonna get tight with the quill, and then we're gonna push these leads closed, right? So if we have a big clearance between my tool and the collet there, it's never gonna close enough so it's gonna actually have a good grip onto the end mill, okay? So whenever we choose the end mill, we're gonna have to choose the correct collet to go with, okay? Now one more thing. We're talking about tool holders, right? End mills, they always go with collets, right? And drill bits, they always go with chucks, right? Because a collet, see how it's actually there's no stopper for the drill bit. So when you put pressure, so when we have a tool here and we put pressure like this, we would actually push the tool in. See? And see how much material we have around the sides? So we actually have the collets made so we can apply force laterally on it and you'll be able to hold. So the collet is used with an end mill because the end mill cuts laterally, right? Okay. So what's the chuck? So see how the chuck doesn't have a lot of holding power on the sides? So that's why it's made so we actually hold something for plunging, right? Which is the case for twist drill, right? So twist drills goes with a chuck. End mills goes with collets. Okay? So how we're gonna do this? I'm gonna install my drawbar. Usually we don't remove the drawbar. I just removed so you guys could see. So the drawbar goes in there, right? Let's say So this is called my flywheel or my facing tool, right? It uses it for facing. So what we do is we would, with one hand, push the tool up, and I'm gonna do it again. When I push the tool up, you can see that my drawbar goes up there. So actually what I can do is I can hand tight the drawbar from the top. So one hand of mine is actually holding in the bottom. The other hand of mine is gonna come on top. So we're gonna hand tight it. After we go through and we hand tight it, let's see if I can. All right, I can do this with one hand. All right. So after I hand tight it, and it's kind of like a lock it with my hand, what we want to do to get it to get that extra tightness, we're gonna get our wrench here from the back. We're gonna put a wrench right on the drawbar there. But now, if we try to move this, we're gonna move the whole quill because it's hand tight, right? So we actually wanna find a way to hold this quill so we can actually tie it against it, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull down the brake for the quill, right? So this brake technically can be used for when after the machine is running. If we turn off the machine and you want to stop it faster, we would just push the brakes. Or for what we use the most is actually we push the brake so we can actually tighten the tool there, or the tool holder, okay? And at the same time, to actually untight it so you can remove, you'd be able to push the brake and then you go that way, right? We have to make sure that we don't leave our tool up here, because if we leave the tool up here and we start the machine, this tool would rotate and it can hit the motor chamber there, or it can actually go out flying, right? So we want to make sure that as soon as we're done, we're gonna grab this tool. We're not gonna place on the bed. What we're gonna do is actually we're gonna put it right where it goes. Okay? All right, so this is how tool holders work and how to install it on our vertical mill.